Alright, let's cut through the noise. You're not here for fluffy words. You're here because something in you is tired of waiting. Tired of the spiritual hamster wheel. Tired of seeking without finding. Tired of hearing about love and light, while your intuition stays on goddamn mute. So let's talk straight. You already know this, you just forgot. Think about the last time you knew something was off about a person, a situation, a decision, before you had proof. That wasn't luck. That wasn't a guess. That was intuition. The first whisper of the soul, before the mind starts screaming doubt. You felt it in your gut when you walked into a room and sensed tension nobody mentioned. You felt it when you woke up certain about a choice, even if it made no logical sense. That's your anamaya kosha intuition. The basic, I exist and I fucking sense things level. And you've been doing this since you were a kid. You knew who was safe, who was full of shit, what felt right. Then life trained you to ignore it. The 5 intuition levels and why you're stuck. There's 5 layers of intuitive knowing. Koshas, veils of consciousness. Most people live their whole lives rattling around in the first 2. The Anamaya Kosha, I have a body, I feel things, basic, you're here, good start. Pranamaya Kosha, you feel energy, you get goosebumps for no reason, you sense vibes. You're picking up the life force, the prana. Manomaya Kosha, mind level intuition. Visions, symbols, dreams that mean something, not random, patterned. Most people call this psychic ability. It's just tuned in mind. Vinamaya Kosha, direct knowing. No need for visions or signs. You know truth from falsehood because your soul's discrimination is online. Anandamaya Kosha, bliss intuition. You don't just know truth, you are truth. You feel the fucking cosmos humming inside you. No separation, no doubt. You're probably hovering between 1 and 2, dipping into 3 when you're relaxed or half asleep. Why? Because you're identified with the body mind. You think you're the skin sack of worries and memories. How do you block your own signal? Let's get blunt. You're afraid what you'll see if you turn the lights on inside. You're afraid you'll realize how much time you've wasted. You're afraid of other people's reactions. Oh, you're spiritual now. Give me a break. You're afraid you might actually have to change if you realize you're not the small, struggling self. So you cling to moods. You indulge in emotional drama. You fill your mind with noise, social media, news, other people's opinions. So you don't have to hear the silence where intuition speaks. Yogananda said, moods, they're your greatest enemy. He was right. A bad mood is like pouring mud into a clear pool. You can't see shit. The science of soul sensing. Here's what happens in the nervous system. Your brain, it has a default mode network activity, the mental chatter that creates your sense of separate self. In deep meditation, that network quietens. The frontal lobe lights up. The parietal lobe, which gives your sense of physical boundaries, goes offline. Result, you experience what mystics call oneness. You're not imagining it, it's measurable. Your body's energy field, the pranamaya layer, starts resonating at higher frequencies. You become a cleaner receiver. Intuition isn't magic, it's physics. It's tuning your instrument to the signal that's already there. So speed it up. No more waiting. You want to quicken it. Stop seeking, start being. Meditate like your sanity depends on it, because it does. Not just sitting there, waiting for a timer to go off. Go deep. Use these techniques. Withdraw the energy from the senses. Listen for the sound of Om inside. That's not poetic crap. It's a real vibration. Tune into it. Kill the moods. When you feel yourself sinking into irritation, self-pity, anxiety, recognize it as a wave in the ocean. You are the ocean, not the wave. Refuse to indulge. Change your physiology. Breathe, move, chant. Talk to God like you're pissed. Yogananda did. He said, Lord, why do you hide? Demand answers. Show me. I'm not playing anymore. If you're real, prove it, not with miracles, but with knowing. That fierce sincerity cuts through doubt like a laser. Live like the soul you are. You think you're a bundle of bones and flesh, walking to an office, paying bills, dealing with assholes. Every night in deep sleep, you forget that story. You're pure spirit. Hold on to that feeling when you wake up. Carry it through the day. What happens when you ignore this? You keep living a half-life. You feel restless, unsatisfied, like something's missing, because it fucking is. You're a prince, dreaming he's a beggar. You keep choosing crumbs when the feast is inside you. Your relationships stay superficial. Your work feels meaningless. You get sick easier because disconnection from soul weakens the body. You age faster, carrying the weight of an identity that isn't even real. What happens when you embrace it? The world doesn't change, you do. You see the same people, the same situations, but through different eyes. You're not easily shaken. You stop seeking external validation. You become a calmer centre in the chaos. Your intuition sharpens. You know who to trust, what choices to make, when to move, when to stay. Life flows. Synchronicities multiply. You still feel challenges, but they don't break you. They polish you. You realize you were never separate from God. You were just pretending to be. And that realization, it changes everything. So here's the download. Stop waiting for permission. Stop thinking you're not ready. Your soul has been ready since the beginning of time. From this moment forward, your unconscious mind will integrate these truths at a cellular level. You'll naturally withdraw energy from useless mental chatter. You'll prioritize silence. You'll recognize moods as illusions and let them pass like clouds. You'll feel the presence of the divine in your breath, in your heartbeat, in the space between thoughts. You're not a victim of karma. You're the creator of it. So create a new story, one where you remember who you are. And once you remember, you won't ever want to forget again. Now go live like you mean it. The cosmos is waiting for you to catch up.